When you hear the word V8, what's the first thing that pops to your mind? Probably an insane scat pack, or the Mustangs, or the Urus, or even a Range Rover SVR. But what if I told you that you could get the similar V8 in a family-size SUV that was manufactured in 2011? That's right. What I'm talking about is a Porsche Cayenne S with the 4.8 litre V8.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go.
It was a gamble and moreover a power move by Porsche, as this time their intentions were to increase their profits. And this certainly succeeded, as the Cayenne series was the highest selling Porsche at the time as well as in 2023. Decades passed by and Porsche always went by titles such as precision engineering, sleek designs and moreover racing or sports themed cars. But something changed in 2003 as the Porsche wanted to get inside the SUV segment, and in came the bulky first gen Cayenne, which soon evolved in 2011 being the second gen, which soon paved the way to the present gen Cayenne in 2017. Now the second generation Cayenne S from 2011 was 4.8 meters long, 1.9 meters wide and stood at 1.7 meters tall and had a wheelbase of 2.8 meters. However, the Cayenne S that we have for you is facelifted and the measurements will definitely vary. As you can see just how well the facelift improves the look of this car, why don't we take a moment and look at just how meaty the front looks, with the front bumper leaning out as well as the hood hosting the massive V8. Now this also includes with the new headlights with integrated DRLs, and for a cool feature, why don't I bring you down and show you that unlike most cars, the air intake is actually placed at the bottom of the bumper. Moving on to the beautiful side profile, the first thing you notice is the sloping roof line that gives it a coupe-like silhouette, as well as the flared wheel arches that host the massive 20-inch Techart wheels. And yes, you heard it right, I said Techart. Now these Techart wheels, apart from being a sight to sore eyes, also provide functionality. With its low drag and turbine style rims, it helps cool the brakes, and with the flow formed aluminium, it also makes it lightweight and incredibly strong. Now onto the massive tail with this newly enforced big bumper that hosts quad exhaust that definitely doesn't go unnoticed, as well as a full width LED lamp for tail lights that makes it look futuristic and absolutely sublime. Now apart from the beauty and marvelous design, why don't we talk about what you guys are really here for? The 4.8 litre naturally aspirated V8 that makes this smiling demon go from a 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds. That makes it easily accessible to reach your board meetings. Now apart from the board meetings being boring, what makes it even more exciting is that you can feel the 420 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque on the way. Now all this power dissipates from an insane amount of features in the engine, which is rather surprising coming from a car that came out in 2011. Now some of these features may include the double overhead camshafts, the aluminium construction done to the engine and the cylinders making it lightweight, with the robust cooling system and intake, and of course the dry sump lubrication that makes this oil gulping monster not starve when it comes to cornering in harsh turns. Now with all these benefits comes the support of the only benefactor being the monocoque frame, which is supported by the double wishbone suspension at the front and the multi-link suspension at the back. With all these benefits comes the fact that it keeps up with today's generation of performance SUVs, as it's strong and nimble, with its body roll being compared to that of an RS6 by Jeremy Clarkson himself. Overall, the handling of the car feels absolutely sublime to a level of sheer excitement, as a stiff chassis helps enhance the stability of the car. However, this was made in an era where driving was an art, so the laggy gear shifts and the slight stiffness give you the raw caliber, however definitely not the most efficient feel of the car.
Now, with all the massive changes that's done to the exterior, the one thing that symbolizes luxury is the interior. Well, when you enter this beautiful car, the first thing that you notice is this tan, almost beige-like interior that starts from the dash to the seats and all the way to the back, which just screams pure class. When you're speeding through the corners and watching your car hit 8000 RPM, which being its max, in its 5-pod instrument cluster, which is similar to the Porsche sports cars. Well, this instrument cluster also features a tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge and temperature sensor, and also features few more analog dials. Well, the Porsche Cayenne S came equipped with a 7-inch touchscreen display, which is managed by Porsche Communication Management. Well, it's rather simplified. It's got a CD-DVD player, it's got Bluetooth connectivity speakers, where it helps you play your beats through Bose speakers, which is placed at 4 seats, and also this infotainment system is rather simplified. It's got navigation system that'll help you navigate through your ways. Now, with all the features and the leather accents of this car, which is epitome of class at that point, which might feel simply outdated and ordinary to today's standards. Well, yet this car is a massive and a powerful beast. With all the premium features that's fitted into this interior, well, when you drive this car, it gives you an immaculate feel. Well, let me just say, when you put this car onto drive, push it onto manual, this is an 8-speed automatic gearbox which can also be controlled with this rather unique paddle shifters in this car. Well, that's not all. You can find few knobs and buttons behind the gear shifter. Well, this helps you control the stiffness of your suspension and also the ride height. This car can help you take through different terrains which might be adventurous, or you can cruise through the city low and slow. Well, let me just tell you, this car is also controlled by PDCC, or the Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control. Well, is there anything like too much leather? From your dash to the steering wheel and also to the electronically controlled powered seats, and also to your gear lever and also to your central console. Well, let me just say, this interior is just magnificent. It's like you're sitting in a luxury armchair which hosts a massive V8. And also it does not just stop there. It's got this wooden veneers, it's got certain small quirky features in this car which makes it seem like it's a luxurious beast with the V8. Let me tell you, when you're sitting in this car, you might feel like a mobster who drives around this luxurious armchair, or like a cartel member that cruises through traffic to make your deals. Well, also because this car's got so many cigarette holders than the windows on this car. And also this is a massive V8 that can take you anywhere in the city or outskirts.
With a fuel tank of 70 liters, you could easily move to different states while having your entire wardrobe in the back with a boot space of 570 liters. However, this isn't exactly an easy task, as the mileage on this car gives about 4 kilometers per liter on Indian roads. The Porsche Cayenne S entered the market with its main aim being the profit gain it would produce for Porsche. But this family-centric SUV was loved by families, and not only families but enthusiasts and off-roaders worldwide. However, the Cayenne S bridged the gap between elegance and performance, which remains underrated to this day, with of course the underrated part being the thing inside the massive hood. Until next time, peace.